So, hello, girls, guys, and ghouls. We are having an eBay session today. Why? Because it's been a minute. Okay, it's been a little more than a minute, but that doesn't mean that you need to abandon ship. Just click on that subscribe button and, of course, give this video a thumbs up and stay tuned because we are about to have a really good time. I'm going to answer a few questions that I've received over the last several weeks. I think one goes back to like maybe a little over a month. And yes, you are going to see some of the items that actually sold. See that little word over there to the right-hand side of your screen, kind of in the center? It says sold. These are items that sold on eBay. And these are items that people are purchasing even during the different types of restrictions that we have across the country, let alone the world. So for people who are claiming that, eBay is dead, reselling sucks, well, they need to explore what they're doing wrong. And we're going to talk about some of those things as well during this video. Just once again, do me a favor, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and join us in the Velvet Lounge life. We are so happy to have you here. And let's get into it. So one of the questions I had is from a couple, which was really cool. I get lots of questions from men and women, which I like that dynamic and diversity. And in this case, it was a couple who I guess they're retired and they obviously can't have a tag sale or an estate sale. So they wanted to know a few tips and tricks of the trade, if you will, in regards to how they can sell some of the items that would be easy for them to ship on eBay or any other resale site. I'm mostly going to talk about eBay. So many times when people are looking to resell, especially, I don't know why this happens, whether it's on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, even Craigslist, they're looking to sell like the big honking piece of furniture or a 62-inch flat screen television or a door or floor planks or something. They commonly overlook the fact that the majority of the items that are out there for resale are small enough to put in a first class weight package or into a priority mail flat rate envelope. If it fits, that joker ships. And I believe that you can put up to, and I might have this wrong, but up to either 40 some odd or 70 pounds. If you could stuff it into one of those flat rate envelopes, it only costs like $7 or so, maybe $8 max, to ship anything anywhere in the United States and its territories. If you ship something internationally, I believe it may be about $15 to $18 to do that. But because you have that unlimited weight, I mean, that's so cool if you can get it in there. The only thing I do advise people is add extra tape. They do not care if you add extra tape. The envelope does not have to be flat. I've shipped a pair of sneakers to our daughter in college using a flat rate envelope. So it does not have to have a square or any particular shape. It could be misshapen. As long as you can get those jokers in there, whatever it is, that's all that matters. And it will save you a lot of money on shipping. Also, if you're selling through eBay, they have a relationship with the post office, whereas they do automatically discount the shipping for you up to even like I've had up to 33% off I've seen 22, 23% off many times. Sometimes the lower amounts might be like 18%. The other option that you need to look at when you're shipping is FedEx. When you're shipping using eBay, FedEx has a really awesome discounted rate, and they're really awesome for the larger items. So if you are going to ship a record player or a heavy food processor or 1,300 pounds of God only knows whatever, or a baby gate or something, televisions, that's what you would want to look at, because their shipping prices are amazing for heavy items. And yes, they will come to your house and pick the item up. I personally prefer that we take our items to the different shipping locations because I want a receipt immediately. So when I was speaking to this lady, and I get it, they're just starting, so they should start with small items. And this is a perfect example right here on the screen. Look at your little, like in your junk drawers, your jewelry drawers, your little keepsake boxes that you have. Look on your dressers, look, wherever, on your desk, like places that you just sort of put these little gems and you kind of forget about them and you haven't used them in years. So her and her husband probably at this moment are looking around their house and gathering up all of the small items that they think they can sell and that makes sense to sell. And some they will sell in bunches and some they will sell as single items, such as I did with these earrings. These earrings are by a designer from the 1980s. And they have purple square rhinestones, which is kind of unique, as well as the size of them is about the size of a walking Liberty dollar. So if you know what a silver Liberty dollar looks like, so that means that these are a little bit larger. They're clip-ons, so there's a lot going for these that's more than just a standard pair of earrings. And they sold for $16.99 plus, me, shipping and handling. And I did send them information in regards to, what they should be looking for in their home, because I don't want them to waste their time with a bunch of standard items that everyone else is selling. So I am helping them out from afar virtually. And yes, I do that for people that watch my videos and have been long-term subscribers. So your subscription gives you more than just these videos. So this is a very unusual item. In total, the entire thing weighed about 22 pounds. Yes, I shipped it using using FedEx. And when I shipped it using FedEx, that actually helped me with the shipping and the handling cost, so that we could recoup our handling fee. And this is a entire complete set of, I'm trying to cause a little drama here. Bam, there you go. What are these? What is that episode of Star Trek where they had the little fribbles or whatever those little things were, the little puffs? That's what this reminds me of, but no, folks, these are shag rug samples. Yes, that's what they are. And the case had all the colors of the rainbow in it. There wasn't a single one missing. Super clean. I did have to clean the outside a little bit, and I used a little bit of turtle wax on the outside just to, protect the finish. And, and this is what the sample looks like when it's taken out. And I'm talking about, this is some serious shag. And yeah, it was one of my most bizarre sales, I think. And as you can see, there's this beautiful picture of this tiger on the front and the word tiger rug. So I don't know if this has anything to do with that whole tiger dude situation that keeps coming up even during Dancing with the Stars, which I really don't watch. But Yeah, there is a Tiger King. There's a Tiger shag rug expert from the 1970s that sold this mid-century modern design, carpeting. So I sold this as an advertising piece. It's going to be used as a prop, and I don't know if it'll be a prop in a play, a movie, a television show. I assume it's one of the two latter because obviously people are not going back to theaters yet. And it's, like I said, sold for $119.99 and plenty of shipping and handling. So that's one of the other things to look for, which I discussed with a couple, is unusual items. Like, not unusual to you, but would someone else look at that item and be like, that's strange? Or would someone look at that item, maybe they have a museum, maybe they are into production of television, movies, plays, whatever. Is someone potentially out there looking for this one-of-a-kind item that is very uncommon? If so, those are really good items to sell, and the market, if there's a market for it, will pretty much push the pricing along. There's no guarantee of that, but historically, I've seen that happen. This is a wood and leather perpetual calendar. It is complete. It had all the calendar tiles in it. You always want to double check things like that. Nothing was damaged. And the way it works is, like, this is January, but on the other side of the card is February. And of course, you can see all the numerics as well as the days of the week on it. And obviously it's not obvious, but it's a mid-century modern design, and it is made by it's, I believe, pronounced Scheibe, as Scheibe. And yeah, if you find their items, and I've had their items a few times, they always sell. This sold for $24.99 plus, once again, that happy shipping and handling. So another question I received, this was from a lady, is she wanted to know where the best place was or is to sell gold and silver. And I told her, for me personally, eBay. The reason why is this, and you do need some knowledge behind it. If you don't have knowledge behind it, you will probably sell yourself short, or you might accidentally try to oversell and not sell anything. So some of the things that you need to do is get a jewelry scale. Get a scale that measures in ounces as well as in troy ounces. Also, make sure, if you can't read clearly the hallmarks, that you have a good loupe so that you can search for that gold or silver stamp. If you don't have the gold or silver stamp, the other thing you need is a quality set of testing acids. These are jewelry acids that you use to test what concentration of gold or silver or platinum is contained in your item, if any. Because obviously, sometimes people are like, wait, but this says, it's 14 karat gold, but you purchased it from somewhere that may not have been as reputable. And you come to find out that it's gold plated, it's been dipped in a little gold, or it's not gold at all. And these acids do not lie. And on top of that, the other thing that you want is to be able to take a nice series of photographs. I really dislike when people are selling gold and silver and they take this one picture. I have pictures showing the hallmarks. I try to gather them all into one photograph so I can get one really good sharp image. Or I also take pictures of the items really close up because in many cases, some items folks are purchasing because they're still usable, still wearable. They're not looking to scrap them. But realistically, when people are purchasing piles of jewelry, usually it is a scrap metalist or a scrap metal company. I've had a lot of scrap metal companies purchase from me. And also your last tool, you must know what the going rate is per ounce, per troy ounce for your items. Even if I was simply selling, let's just say, a pair of earrings that you see in this picture and I wasn't selling anything else, I would still weigh that item, go out and do my research to see what gold is selling for by the ounce on that given day. Why? Because sometimes people purchase these items, let's just say on sale. If you purchase, let's say from Macy's, and you went during the holiday season and you received some gigantic discount that actually was a real discount because we know how retailers sometimes work. And then you go to sell those earrings, let's just say 4 or 5 years later. First of all, the value of gold may have gone up or may have gone down, but most of the time it stays pretty much the same or it will go up. There are a few times that it might go down. Also, you might have more gold there than the retailer realized, or because your discount was so awesome, if you purchase them, let's just say for a couple $100, and regularly their price, let's just say $500, that's like almost 50% off. You might not only recoup what you paid for them initially, you're going to get some of that discount back as well. So you might be selling these, let's just say for $375, $350. So those are the things that you need if you're selling precious metals. Knowledge, the right tools. If you have those, you don't need to try to sell these through one of those, dial 1-800. We're going to send you some weird packages in the mail. We're strangers. You're trusting us. Or you're taking it to someone in your town, let's just say, and they're giving you like 30% of the value and you don't realize that you can actually collect 100% or more of the value, because the other place where selling online helps, especially a secure online selling platform. So if you're selling on Facebook Marketplace, or if you're selling, let's just say via Craigslist, obviously those are not secure. There's nothing there to help protect a seller. Do all of your research before you do this. But one of the things that also happens, though, let's just pick on eBay, is some of the items also have an intrinsic value. There's something artistic about them, historical. This one right here with the circle and the black and the diamond with the black in the center, that is actually from a Mason unit. So, Masons. And then the one that's right above it is from another organization, as well as, for example, just look at the two rings diagonally from each other. Someone may be purchasing it because there's more to them than just a gold band. So you can add to your cost or to your listing additional monies and sell your items for a little bit more, because it's not just selling a pile of scrap. So at the end of the day, what you see in this picture, the weight of it was 15 grams, and it sold for $403.99 plus of course, shipping and handling. And I always insure packages that have things like if items are over a certain dollar value, I always insure them. It's up to you to determine what that value is to you. But yes, something selling for $400+ should have insurance on it. Now, if you mail items through priority mail, they automatically give you either $50 or $100 in coverage. If you sell an item for, let's just say, $400, you don't want just $50 or $100 in coverage, so you do need to purchase enough to cover your entire purchase just in case it's lost, stolen, damaged. Then that way you don't lose any money and you're fully reimbursed, because at that point you now will have to reimburse the person who purchased from you if, you know, things are not nefarious, because sometimes, yes, there are shady people out there. So one of the other things that's selling right now, items for the holiday season. People, listen to my words. More than probably in the last, I'm going to say 40 years, 50 years, people are going to go Christmas holiday decorating wild. They're going to do it for Thanksgiving, not for Thanksgiving, but for Halloween, maybe Thanksgiving, definitely for Christmas. Why? Because, and not just Christmas, Hanukkah, Diwali, Kwanzaa, all of the holidays that are celebrated during the holiday season. The reason why is they are at home. They're, working from home. They're teaching the kids from home. They might be taking care of other folks they normally don't take care of. They want some happiness, sunshine, smiles, festivities. They want decorations. So if you personally have extra decorations, especially if they're new in the package, or like these, if they're vintage or antique, these are the Despose Italian nativity scene is what you're seeing here. You need to decide, do I really need to keep this item, or is it something that I'm okay selling? And double and triple check before you let it go, because once you commit to selling it, it's sold. It must go. Make sure it's nothing you want to pass down to your children or brothers or sisters or whoever. But at the end of the day, holiday items are going to be one of those sizzling categories. I guarantee you, mark my words. Now, some things to know. If the items are broken or chipped, that may be a problem. If they're incomplete, that may be a problem. Also, just make sure the packaging is that you have with it, make sure it matches. If it does, and that happens, like during the holiday season, you're sort of just packing things, and the packaging might not be what belongs with that item. If that's the case, get plain packaging so that when the person gets the item, it doesn't look as if you just hobbled something together. It looks as if you cared, and that might actually be a repeat customer for you in the future. Also, if you're packaging things that are made of glass, such as those delicate 1950s, I would even go back to the 1940s, 50s, 60s, 70s ornaments and such. You really want to make sure that those are cuddled and handheld delicately as while they're in that packaging. Don't use a box that doesn't have hard cardboard sides to it. A soft, cushy thing or putting it in an envelope are really irresponsible and make no sense. So don't do that. And if you do those few things, you should have some amazing sales this season. Yes, if you have items that are vintage or antique, those are definitely super desired. But the thing is, newer items will also sell. don't go out and purchase a bunch of stuff now. Like I said, hopefully this is stuff you already have so that you don't need to spend money on it and you'll actually make a profit. Yes, you're looking at another pair of earrings. These are actually pierced, whereas the others were clip-ons. These are by Yves Saint Laurent. So designer items are still selling. However, the ones that are selling the most, I would say the ones that are doing the best as far as sales go, and that means like your return on investment or ROI. And it also means, these are items that you might actually have hanging around and you sort of are like, oh, those are fine. I don't really wear them. These are from the 1980s. It is what it is. Well, look at them, turn them over. If they're from Yves Saint Laurent as, one example, but there's others such as David Yurman and others. I mean, there's so many. I couldn't even sit here and name them all. You want to take a second look at those, decide if there's something you want to keep or pass on to someone in your family. If not, get them listed for sale. People need gifts for this holiday season coming. And also they're small, so they're easy to ship. These sold for $42, and of course there's shipping and handling, which I added to that as well. So you can't, come on, really? That's great. The other thing that is happening is tradition. I noticed that people seem to, which is awesome. The A in awesome is the size of the Eiffel Tower when I say that. The reason why is with a lot of things going on in the world, people are now kind of looking at each other and embracing their differences and their history and heritage, and they're sharing it in some cases, which is the best part of it, with other people who may not be from the same background as they are, and they're looking for items that relate to that to use, for themselves or either to give as gifts or presents. So as you can see, this has 4 thistles on it. There's like one here and at the bottom, left and right sides. And in the center, there's a cluster of semi-precious stones. And they're sort of just piled on there. Like think of the stones of Culloden or something. And I believe that this is a Scottish piece. That's how I sold it. And I sold it as a thistle brooch, Scotland, and of course describing the collection of stones on it. It's made of a pot metal, so it's not made of sterling silver or even, I don't even know if it's made of pewter. And I sold it for $20 plus the shipping and